But if you don't have a vision that God's going to repay you and restitute you, sometimes it's going to be hard for you to have the right attitude in the things you're going through. You know, I was listening to the feller that came, that we went down to Florida to hear speak for 2 or 3 days, and he said that he was trying to do the right thing, but he had made a mistake. He had a big house, but he was trying to downsize where, you know, to be more responsible and something more in his budget range. But then when they got in it, they realized they made a bad mistake and they had $2 and there wasn't enough room. But then he did it when that house market fell out. So he couldn't get rid of the little small house. And he said, you know, the Lord, when he got on an airplane, the Lord put him in a trance for 8 hours on the airplane. And God gave him a plan to get out from underneath that house. And when he got back, he followed the plan, and the Lord got him out from underneath. And then, you know, I was listening to a Bill Johnson message, and he was talking about the same thing. There was a girl that had a bunch of stuff stole from her, and she was just praying in general, look, devil, you're going to restore it. You're going to give it all back that you stole from me. And if you look, it's not some hyper faith, charismatic theology. It's biblical. The thief be found, he'll have to restore sevenfold. Double for your trouble in Isaiah. You look at Job, you know, I'm going to give you twice what the enemy stole from your life. So it's a real biblical pattern with multiple witnesses. And well, the girl was praying, and the dude that stole the stuff came and brought it back to her. God that stole her laptop out of her apartment or whatever, it might have been a neighbor or something. She ends up having lunch with a guy and then leading the guy to the Lord that had stolen all of her stuff from us. So, you know, stuff like that excites me. It's like God's wanting to bring a restitution to us. Sometimes it'll come directly from the thing that stole it from us, but sometimes it'll come from another source. But those two stories, I was sitting there thinking about it, in Jeremiah 29 verse 10 it says, you know, this is when Israel had sinned, and then they, you know, had been cast out into Babylon, out of the land in Babylon. And for thus says the Lord, after 70 years are completed at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you and cause you to return to this place. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a hope and give you a future and a hope. Then you will call upon me and will go and pray to me, and I will listen to you, and you will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. And I began to think about it. I was like, because here's the trick, I think. The one girl was just serving the Lord. There wasn't probably any reason why she had her laptop stolen. So bad things can happen to you if you're in being as obedient to the Lord as you know how to be. But there's a lot of times, because of mistakes that we make, our own sins, our own transgressions, that you end up